Welcome to NBC News Daily. We start with the suspected terror attack in Boulder, Colorado. The FBI says a man armed with a makeshift flamethrower and Molotov cocktails, shouting "Free Palestine," attacked a rally that was in support of Israeli hostages held in Gaza. At least 8 people were hurt.
We are told the suspect is an Egyptian national who applied for asylum in the United States. Just take a listen to these eyewitnesses who watched that attack unfold.
I saw fire, I saw people falling and screaming and crying and tripping. He had 3 Molotov cocktails. One of them he threw inside of a group. At the group, and one lady lit on fire from head to toe.
Shoots of fire, linear, about 20 feet long. Spears of fire, 2 of them at least, came across right into the group, about 15 feet from me.
That attack comes less than 2 weeks after 2 Israeli embassy staffers were shot and killed outside a Jewish museum in Washington, D.C. The suspect in that case was also heard yelling "Free Palestine." NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky is live at the scene there in Boulder, Colorado. Morgan, first, that suspect is set to appear in court just a few short hours from now. What do we know about him?
Yeah, Morgan, Vicky, we're learning more by the hour as our reporters dig in here and as investigators share new insight. He has, of course, been identified as that 45-year-old Egyptian national, Mohammed Sabri Solomon, who was taken into custody about 6 minutes after this horrific ordeal began, just behind where we're standing right now. This is where authorities say he unleashed that makeshift flamethrower and multiple Molotov cocktails on that crowd of rally-goers who met here every Sunday afternoon to honor the Israeli hostages that were still being held in Gaza. Video shows police tackling him to the ground and him not resisting arrest. We do not know if he's spoken to authorities at this point in time. We do know that that court appearance is set for 1:30 local time here in Boulder. We anticipate a litany of charges being read to him by a judge where he'll be formally charged. One of them could be murder, although important to note that as of this point in time, Vicky and Morgan, all of the 8 victims that were taken away from this scene are in hospitals. No one has passed as of right now. Guys.
You know, Morgan, we're looking at that video. It is really disturbing. You touched on it. Are we learning any more about the 8 people who were injured? I mean, the witness description of one person catching on fire after this Molotov cocktail was thrown into the group. It sounds like there were some very serious injuries.
Incredible, horrific scene, regardless of which witness you hear from. The fact that they had people down on fire being treated by bystanders with buckets of water until first responders could arrive. We know that the 8 victims range in age from 52 years old to 88 years old, 4 women and 4 men, all of whom were taken to area hospitals. And perhaps one of the most heartbreaking details of all is the fact that the Colorado Attorney General says that one of those 8 victims is, in fact, a Holocaust survivor. Vicki, Morgan.
Morgan Chesky, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.